Hey, how you doing? My name is Jeff, and for those of you that do not know me, I'm kind of that guy online. Besides being devilishly handsome and good looking, I also review, honestly, internet marketing products that have recently launched. So if you guys have any questions about something, whether you think it's legitimate or not, you can usually ask me. Many people have been coming to me now for over a year and a half now, asking me, Jeff, does this thing suck or is this thing legit? So hey, don't mind the tattoos. I'm a big internet geek. I'm a huge SEO guy and internet marketing guy. I do this full time, and I love what I do. So let's get started. What I wanted to... Oh, my cat. He's always... That's one thing. If you watch my videos eventually, you will often see one or more cats in the background, either chasing each other on the beds. See if I can get him here. There we are. Yeah, he follows me everywhere. In fact, I've got... Yeah, another one around here somewhere. So yeah, he's kind of, yeah, it was back on topic. This guy's pretty cute. I'm sorry. I'm a dog guy, but, yeah, I got this little cat I freaking love. So hey, ladies, pay attention. I'm sensitive. But also, I apologize. Yeah, anyways, just messing around. Joking aside, guys, joking aside, I'm just kind of being silly here, being a dumbass. What I want to talk about is a new product that launched today by Dan Brock called Viral Traffic Optimizer. Now, I'm not going to study the fancy sales page. The sales pages, of course, as most of them are, a bit full of hype, but what I did was I got access to it, and I installed it on one of my domain names, blueyettimicrophone.net. Now, I've only been playing with this for a couple of hours. I haven't really installed that many things yet. So let me delete this one. I've only got really one active right now. But basically, for those of you guys that don't know what it's about, it's a WordPress plugin that's really going to help optimize and even make your traffic go viral. And of course, basically what you're going to be doing is one of two things. In fact, let me show you one of the basic modules I just set up here. Okay, I've got my microphone off to the side here. I got this Blue Yeti. I freaking love it. If my audio is quiet on this one, leave a comment, let me know. I'll bring the mic closer next time. But right now, it's like 3 feet from my face here. So if you look on the left side here, you've got this little blue dealio right here. And if I scroll down, that blue dealio is going to stay put, which is great. So what this product does, don't worry, it's not just this. I mean, I can +1 it from here. I can tweet it from here. I'm going to tweet my own link. Basically, this allows you to, number one, either just leave these types of widgets around your site. You can have them in multiple places, like this, basically asking people to like them, or tweet them, or Google +1 them, which of course, as you know, is going to not only help with your search engine optimization rankings, but it's going to tell their friends, hey, I just liked this site, you should check it out. And the whole idea is you get one person that likes it, and then two, and then they like it, and it spreads like a wildfire. So I've only had this installed for a couple of hours, so I really can't comment on how effective it is. However, I can tell you from experience, this type of plugin is insanely effective. I've used many before that are free. They do a lot less than this one does, and I've gotten excellent results using those. So, yeah, basically you can do two things. Number one is you've got your standard traffic machine. You can create a block or a widget for that. Number two is you've got a bribe traffic machine. What the bribe traffic machine does, this is great, is it lets people, it offers people a free bribe, meaning you can offer them a free product or a free PLR product in exchange for subscribing to your website, for example. And the nice thing about that is, even through here, you can set it up so if someone subscribes, for example, you can have them automatically emailed when you make a new post. Say, hey, Jason, you know, Blue Yeti Microphone just made a new post here. And that's automatic, so that's part of the viral process as well, getting more traffic to your site. In this example, I'm not going to set that up because that takes a few minutes longer than I want to spend. I'm going to set up a basic traffic block here, and don't mind me, I'm a huge beer fan. I often drink my beers during my videos here. In fact, just you guys should know, I recently also lost 20 pounds. I mean, I've always been kind of a skinny guy to begin with, but I did P90X. I lost about 20 pounds through that. And this past 3 weeks, I've been doing this kind of personal training boot camp. locally here in Irvine in the mornings at 6:30 in the morning, and I got my ass kicked this morning by a girl named Jillian, and it was awesome. Meaning it's an amazing, great workout. I highly recommend if you guys do work from home or you do work online, try to get something kind of active as well in your life. Anyways, I'm just kind of blobbing now. It's the beer. So yeah, you've really got a whole bunch of different types of things you can use. And here, I forgot to show you, but these things can be modified heavily. You can change how they look. You can, let me show you one. Let me look at the slider machine. In fact, I'm just going to go back real quick. I'm going to go back and, let me delete this one completely. I'm going to build this one from scratch and show you exactly how it can be done. So right now, I've got no traffic sliders on my site whatsoever. Do a quick refresh, make sure it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Wonderful. So we're going to create a new one here. So I'm just going to simply click on Create Block. And I'm going to show you guys, number one, the options you have, and then I'm going to create one. So you got the slider machine, which of course places it on the left side. If you're not watching this in full screen yet, please put this in full screen, put this in high def. I am recording this with a high def microphone. I've got excellent audio. I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing here. So you got the slider machine, which is what I showed you, which stays on the left or the right side, always at eye level, so they're always going to see it no matter where on your site they go. And by the way, it is recommended to play with different variations of these. You obviously don't want to enable all 10 at once. That'd be a hot mess. So you want to make sure you play with them. I would not recommend using more than 2 or 3 maybe at once. Just to, you don't want to overwhelm people with 10 like buttons everywhere they go. Number 2, you've got the in content machine, and what this will do is this will place one of these little sliders within your content on your website, and you can place that manually at the top, in the middle, and the bottom, and you can either use that to offer people a free bribe once again, or you can just ask for a like or a tweet or a stumble or a Google +1. Next up, you've got the header toolbar, and that places the header at the very, very top right here, and you can add these links to that. And again, you can try that with different combinations. You can have share and subscribe components with that. You can even have, once again, subscribe to my newsletter thing up above there. Pardon me. Allergies. Next up is you have the sidebar machine. What this actually does is it places a widget right up here in your sidebar there, so it's more it's less obvious, but it's still there and it's still going to get you some likes. Next up, we have the footer machine, and what this is just kind of the same idea. It's going to place a link in your footer at the very bottom here. It's going to create a bar along the very bottom with your likes and your +1s, etc. Next up, you have the bubble widget, and this works a little bit different. It works kind of as a notification bubble to let people know new things about your site or to promote further interactions. You might leave text in there that says, hey, make sure you check out this post, or you might just have a +1 or a like or a tweet. It's really up to you what you can do. Forgive me for not going into details crazy on this. Dan explains this stuff in the training much better than I do, but it's quite cool. One thing that I like that I'm going to be using a lot on some of my other sites is a timed pop-down machine. Now what that does, and this is really cool, you can set it up so after a certain amount of time, 5 or 10 seconds, their screen is going to kind of dim a bit, and you're going to have a widget slide down right there. And what I like putting on mine is on the left side, I'll leave a little comment that says, hey, thank you so much for visiting. Would you please do us a favor and share the love? Or would you do us a favor and, click one of these 3 icons? And it allows them, you can put in there whatever you want. So what I'm doing is I'll put in there a like, a tweet, and a +1. And the person can either click on the like, tweet, or the +1, or they can simply click on close below that. There's no timer, there's no trickery. It's just basically saying, hey, would you like this site? We would really appreciate it. And that kind of thing works wonders. Think about this. How often do you go to someone's site and you just think the site looks cool and you click on like or tweet or +1? Probably all the time. We are conditioned to do that, and that is what this takes advantage of, which is quite nice. Next up, we have the exit pop-up machine. When they move their mouse towards the top of the screen, it's going to pop up a big stop, and it's going to offer you, hey, do you want to subscribe to our newsletter? But if you want to delete that subscribe, you can change that to something else like a Facebook like, for example. So you can say, hey, stop before you go. Do you want to subscribe, or will you like our site, as an example? And then last up is we have the bottom slider, and what that'll do is that'll place a bar at the very bottom right down here, and if you're moving down, it's going to stay at the bottom the whole time. So that one's a bit more intrusive, is there the whole time, so you want to make sure you play with the colors and do that properly. So I'm going to go with the most basic one right now. Go with the slider machine here, show you how this works. And seriously guys, by the way, if you're wondering, this is 47 bucks. It's awesome. I do highly recommend it. So check this out. You got a few different options here. Dan has set up a whole bunch of templates for this of different things you can use. Now that blue one I had before, it kind of stood out. It was bright blue. To be honest, I didn't really like it too much. I'm going to try something a little bit lighter right here. It's a lighter background just with the icons, so it's hopefully not going to look as annoying. So that's the beauty of this. You can customize however you want, which is awesome. So we got our basic display settings. So check this out. You're going to love this. Number one, you can choose where to attach it, to the left or the right side. If you want to customize the background color, the background position, you can customize the border width. You can customize a delay before it pops up. So I'm going to maybe do a 5-second delay. You can customize how far it is from the top of the screen. You can even add it to a particular div ID. You can even make a particular background image URL, or you can add a particular background from the pre-installed one. So really, it is limitless as to how you can customize this baby. So by default, this is how it's going to look. Now I'm curious what that YouTube button does. See, that's not one I've installed yet. I'm kind of curious what the YouTube one does, if that just takes you to your YouTube channel or what. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these all. I'm going to delete these, and I'm going to show you guys how I roll and what this does from the very beginning. Now, first of all, like I mentioned before, you can actually customize how this grid looks as well, which is freaking sweet. So we're going to go into our show right there, basic settings, and we're going to click on choose for the grid. You've got the grid templates right here. We've got 5 columns. Maybe we can do 2, we can do 1. You can do whatever you want. You can customize these however you want. So in my case, I'm going to use just those 3. I use 5 just to stick with it. You can use a bunch of pre-made templates, which are great if you're using the pop-up ones. So what I've been doing was, when I set up my pop-down one that slides down, I'm going to add text on the left side right here, and then Facebook, Twitter, and +1. You can also do custom ones right here. I'm not going to go into this now, but it really does explain things really well in the member training. So I'm going to go with the grid template with the basic one. I just want that to appear on the side and not be overwhelming. So what we're going to do next is hide this. We're going to choose the icons that we want in there. So it's purple, which means that's what's next. I'm going to add Facebook. I'm going to add Twitter. I'm going to add Google +1. Another popular one is obviously Pinterest. I'm going to add that as well. I'm also going to add Dig. And there are many, many different options here. You can even add subscribe options. You can have people subscribe to your Facebook site, subscribe to your RSS feed. You can have them subscribe to your email, to Twitter. And you can even do extras down here as well, where you can add a buy button. You can add a link. You can add a comment button. You can add activity. You can add images. I mean, it really is limitless. I know I've said that a few times, but it truly is limitless as to what you can do. You can even add maybe your most recent Facebook activity, like right here. If you have a Facebook fan page, you can show people what's going on with that. I actually don't have one I've set up yet for this, so I'm going to minimize that. And I've actually got one extra icon down here that I want to get rid of. So we're going to go back in the show, grid template, and we're just going to stick with the that amount for now. What is that, 4? And it should hopefully keep them. So there we got like, tweet, pin it, and dig it, and we're going to add this to my site right now. So the next step, we're just going to click on save and continue to step 3. And if I'm talking fast, you have to forgive me. It's kind of how I roll. I get excited about this stuff. I really do enjoy showing people this stuff, and I do enjoy using it and testing it as well. Plus, I'm a little bit buzzed from my Stone IPA. 7% alcohol. It's good stuff. So next up, we're going to activate that bad boy right here. And we're just going to, wonderful, this show is activated, so we're going to go back to the site. Now this time I did add a 5-second delay once again, so we're going to refresh the page real quick. Okay, page looks normal, la-di-da-di-da, and bam, there it is on the left side. It's not as intrusive, however, it doesn't really get my attention as much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this icon right here. Now I'm going to edit it because, once again, testing is very important. So we're going to simply make one simple change to start with. Now, what do you think? This slider here, the blue? Let's try that one. So I'm going to try this slider right here. We can preview it down below. It's going to load it up for me. I don't know, that might be too bold, I don't know, but it fits with the theme, Blue Yeti microphone. Let me try the gray one. It's kind of a darker colored one. It's going to give some more color. It's not going to look as plain as the plain white. Alright, it looks like it did keep the YouTube icon in that one. So obviously if you change the templates, it's not going to keep everything you have 100% of the time, but that's easy to fix. So we got Facebook, we got Twitter, we're going to add Pinterest, we're going to add Dig, and let's not forget to add a Google Plus as well. We'll give people some options here. Once again, we're simply going to save and continue to step 3. And wonderful, that is done. So we're going to refresh real quick, and we're going to take a look right here once again and see how this baby looks. 5 seconds, and there it is. I've got to say, I actually do like that better. The Facebook, but I do want to change that Facebook icon. I actually don't like that one. That's actually the default that links to your fan page. So we're just going to go back and do it again. Once again, really, really simple. I'm doing this on purpose, by the way, to show you how easy it is and how you should test. You don't just want to throw anything up and assume it's going to work. You want to test. You want to make sure it looks good. You want to make sure it flows with your site and it goes with your site's dynamics. So we're going to go into here. We're going to delete. We're going to go into here. We're going to delete. And we're just going to simply add, once again, Facebook and Twitter. And let's see here. The thing I like about this also, it shows social proof. It shows how many people have liked that page, how many people have tweeted it, etc. So people are, hey, if someone else likes this, so should I. People are more likely going to be to click on those items. And of course, once again, this is only one of many, many things you can add. You can add the thing up top, you can add it below, you can add it to the left, to the right, you can add it within your content. Oh, look at this, 5 people have liked it. There's this +1 this page here. This is an awesome mic. We're going to +1 it to everyone. We're going to share. I just got a +1. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I don't have a Dig account. I forgot my account. Let's go ahead and tweet it as well. Alright, we're going to get a free tweet. Oh, I already said that. Alright, my tweet has been posted as well. It's not going to update there yet. That's up to the Twitter API. It might take a few minutes to update. But yeah, you guys get the idea. This is very simple. But it works, and it works insanely well. Let me show you one more thing you can do with this. I'm not going to go through and demo every single one, but I am going to demo one of my other favorite ones as well for you guys. What am I at? I'm at 18 minutes. If you've watched this video this long, thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, if you haven't, click on thumbs up for me. That's my way of asking you to help me make this go viral. So we're done with that. We're going to set up real quickly here. Let's see, which one should I set up? We're going to create, once again, a traffic block. And this time, exit pop-up machine. So if someone tries to leave the site, I'll show you what's going to happen. They are going to get one of these bad boys right here, and you can customize it with many, many different colors here. You can choose a template. So I'm going to go with a nice green template, because green will stand out against my blue background. And it's going to load that for me. Give me a moment here. And there you go. And what you can also do, by the way, is you can even modify this even further. Grid template. Let's see, we're going to make 4. I haven't tested this yet, so we'll hope for the best right here. So I got another one down below. I'm just going to add a Facebook share button right down there. In fact, I'm curious. See, this is a time when I would want to customize it. I would maybe want to add maybe 5 spaces down below there, so I can add a Twitter one, a +1, a tweet, etc. So basically, when someone tries to leave the site, they're gonna get that baby kind of bam in their face right there, asking them to stay and subscribe to the newsletter. Now, obviously, I do not have a newsletter set up for this site. However, that's something you might want to do if you're setting up a site where you're building a list for. So we're gonna try to leave right here. It might take a few minutes to load up. And I don't think it saved it yet. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I forgot to activate it, so I need to click on activate now. See, it's fail-safe. I just made a dumb move right there, and it did not work for me. So we're going to refresh real quick, and yada, yada, yada. My site's going to reload. And let's see if we... boom! There we are. Look at this right here. I simply move my mouse towards the top, and it says stop. Hey, receive a free bonus just by signing up below. Now, what you can also do is you can change that. In fact, what I'm going to change it to is I'm going to make one more real quick on-the-fly change right here. And I think you'll appreciate this. I'm going to pause this for a second while I do this. I'll be back in just a moment. Alright guys, and I am back. I just took a few seconds to set that up. I actually slightly modified my exit script. Take a look at this. Before you go, would you please click on the Facebook icon below? Smiley face. And of course I added the like icon below, and it shows how many people like. So that person can either click on like, which is easier, or they can click on close and feel like a jerk for not doing that. So I mean, I think you guys can really begin to see the potential behind this. I mean, this is legitimately a way to really help you get traffic, help you get viral traffic, and how to really improve not only your rankings with SEO, but your overall visitor traffic to your site, which of course means more revenue and more profit for you. So you do need to have a basic understanding of how to build a WordPress site. This is not going to build it for you. So, so that if you're a complete beginner, by all means, you still should pick this up. Just make sure you learn how to build a WordPress site and do proper SEO for it. But still, even with no SEO, this is going to help you insanely. It's going to help you get a bunch of viral traffic, and I think you're truly going to enjoy it. So hey, you know what? I'm up to 22 minutes now. Thank you again for watching very much. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.